So one of my favorite passages in the Psalms is this in Psalm 32:7. It says, God, you are my hiding place. You preserve me from trouble and you surround me with songs of deliverance. So I love the fact that God is a God who actually sings over us and we can actually begin to hear his melody. This really changed my life. Worship changed my life. I came out of a lot of really hard things and addiction and things that had really grabbed me for a long time. And what happened was God began to woo me in his presence. And I actually just fell in love with playing guitar and singing to him. And something began to happen. That truth of Psalm 32:7, that he surrounds me with songs of deliverance, that became very real in my life. That worship for me was actually the place of deliverance. That praise was actually the place of deliverance. And you actually see this modeled in Scripture. You see the Israelites, when they were going to inherit the land of promise, there were still enemies that had to be conquered. And God told them, send Judah first. Send praise first into your land of promise. Because in that place of the presence of God, you actually get the revelation. You actually get the deliverance that's needed. And so there's an amazing, amazing passage of Scripture that says in 1 John that when we see God, that we actually become like God. And so for me, I was coming out of so much in my life that when I just got to the place of being before the Lord and being honest before God and just beginning to sing to him and respond to him, and I honestly didn't know it at first, but he was actually singing over me and I was responding to that. It took me a long time to figure that out because I'd over spiritualized it and I thought, oh God, when he speaks, it's going to be, thunderbolts and angels and all this other stuff. And that for me wasn't how it was at all. It was really just my heart being inspired and my heart being moved. But I just want to encourage you that you are surrounded today by songs of deliverance. And as a worship leader and as a worshiper and as a songwriter, you actually get access to those songs of deliverance. And those songs that he's singing over you can actually become anthems that you're releasing over your sphere of influence. So I want you today, ask God, say, God, what is the song that you are singing over me? And just see what he says and see what he gives you. See if you find yourself singing a melody or just maybe singing a passage of Scripture. And maybe it's a song of deliverance that'll set free people around you.